Life is Strange action. This is the last this is the last episode of the original Life is Strange, which is Polarized, as you can see in the title above. And yeah, I'm dedicating this to my best friend, which is named Kay. So yeah, here we go.
Previously on Life is Strange.
So yeah, this is gonna be the most emotional, heartfelt episode of them all. I can tell you that. As you can see, we last left off, we were in the garage. Now the events will unfold. So yeah, we last discovered that Nathan's parents own a barn which has a secret underground pictorial session, as you can see. And we found out that Rachel has died like 6 months ago. Yeah, she is one of the best characters also in the game, and also Max and Chloe. Then Chloe and Max figured out that she was in the junkyard all this time in the first episode, and the doll was Rachel's spirit animal, because Rachel Amber has what you can say this, her personality attracts a lot of people and is so easy to be around with, and the doll is a perfect example of her. And the blue butterfly, which represents significant change to a course of action. So yeah. So before we start, let's see the... Oh wait, you can't see the journal anymore. But here we go. So some of these characters are important in the cycle of the game. The main events. So yeah. So we can't read any more of the journals. Or shall try when the cutscene ends, but yeah.
Chloe? What? Where? The dark room.
Yes, the dark room. We need to figure a way out to escape. There's my journal. There's the syringe. Oh my!
Anybody out there? Please help!
Victoria Chase, no! Victoria?
Victoria. Wake up. Wake up.
So we last figured out that detach.
Help! Somebody help me!
These straps hurt.
There we go.
Finally, I'm free.
Pull.
Almost.
Come on.
I hate looking at myself like that. You'll pay for this, Jefferson.
Yes, you will. You will. Syringe.
I don't remember anything that happened. This must be the same drug Nathan used on Kate.
Okay, let's focus on the photo now.
I would never go back in time like this again. But this is the only way.
So yeah, let's focus. This photo represents the events that occurred earlier. See?
This angle highlights the purity seen. The slightly unconscious one is often the most open and honest.
Oh my.
Vanity, posing just pure expression. Christ. Hold that stare there. Stay still.
So yeah.
Oh, Max! You fucked up my shot. But please don't worry.
You're full of shit, man.
Now, I knew you were special the second I saw your first selfie. Yes, I still hate that word. But
You're
I
an ungrateful
love
man.
the purity of your own image. Not like Rachel, who was always looking in the wrong places. Poor Rachel. Wait. Let me try this angle. Don't move! Much better. Thanks, Max. If only Nathan could see this setup. He tried so hard. But you can't just throw a few subjects around and expect a cohesive style or theme. But he had an eye for shadows and an eye for a whole lot more, as his elite family will find out, along with Arcadia Bay. Nice. Good. Oh, those eyes.
Oh man. Max. You don't deserve this.
Bad. You're so goddamn nosy, Max. But this room is under 24/7 surveillance, so all I had to do was text you from Nathan's phone, and you fell right into my hands. You really should have focused on schoolwork, not private detecting with your little friend. Chloe. Right. Yeah, I'm sorry that that Nathan killed her in self-defense. But she had a troubled history like most Arcadia Bay dropouts. Nobody will be surprised. Or care.
A lot of people would
No, I
care.
promise. People will care when you die tonight, Max. I wasn't lying when I said you have a gift. Okay. Now this looks good. Maybe a few more close-ups. Max, please do not move so much. I need you posed and framed my way. Maybe a new dose will calm you down. Now don't move or this will hurt much. Stupid bitch! You just don't listen, do you? In fact, you never did hear much in my class. If you had, you might have seen all this coming. God damn, you are a fighter. I've had my eye on you, and I've noticed that you've been more fearless this week than maybe your whole life. Remember my number one rule. Always take a shot.
Yeah, I don't want to go back there. He received damage photos.
Oh, Jesus. I can't believe that happened. So sick.
Yeah, we'll find a way. Look.
Whoa. I'm definitely more awake in this photo. I could try this one.
Let's focus on it.
It might work. Please work.
Okay. Here we go. There we go. Yeah, we are experiencing a lot of time travel now. Because we need to get out of here. As in the state of this moment, we can't do anything.
I'm getting some spectacular images here, Max. Yes, Victoria would kill to be in your place, but she doesn't understand our connection.
You're weird, man. You're so sick.
Max. I choose you. Your portrait.
Fuck you.
You're trying too hard. I know you're scared. You all have the same doe-eyed look when you wake up here. Replaced by fear as you realize what's about to happen.
Mr. Jefferson, why are you doing this?
Max, I'm so glad you asked that question. Simply put, I'm obsessed with the idea of capturing that moment. Innocence evolves into corruption. That shift from black to white to gray and beyond. Most models are cynical. They lose that naivete. However, some Blackwell students carry their hope and optimism with them like an aura. And those lucky few become my models. My subjects.
Yes. You're a psychopath. And this is your last session.
Au contraire, Max. I'm so sane that nobody knows what's happening to you right now. As you can see, Sleeping Beauty here is too harsh for my gentle lens. And don't get me started on your late partner. I had enough of those faux punk sluts in my Seattle days.
You killed Chloe. You murdered my best friend.
She had a loaded weapon. This was clearly self-defense, but that's what happens when you play with guns. Or try to fuck with me. It's better when they don't know. Like pure, sweet Kate.
Artists don't drive teenagers to suicide for any bullshit views. You trained Nathan to drug Kate, to take photos of her. That's why she's dead.
Which makes me sad, Max. I will miss her. Kate had such a strong spirit, it was very satisfying to break it down.
You will not get away with this. I want you to know that.
Too bad you already made a convincing argument against Nathan in the principal's office. Thank you so much for setting him up for me. I do know that the Prescotts are going to have a major scandal when the town finds out what their elite son has been doing for homework.
He's as sick as you.
Don't judge people, Max. But that's why Nathan never should have been at Blackwell.
That makes two of you.
I hope Nathan realizes his vision. So few people get that chance.
You brainwashed him.
I became a sort of father figure for Nathan. It happens often in teacher-student relationships. It was kind of touching for a while.
Did you tell him everything about your plans at Blackwell?
Don't be stupid, Max. I told him what he needed to hear. In return, I had access to the Prescott fortune. Who do you think paid for this glorious darkroom and equipment? How else could I get all these hip new drugs for my subjects?
Rachel Amber was your victim, not your subject.
Oh. Rachel Amber. That's the real tragedy. Nathan thought he could be an artist like me. Instead, the dumbass gave her an overdose.
Chloe and Rachel. You killed both of them.
They're fucking together in heaven right now. Is that what you want to hear?
Why? Why?
Why? Why? Start listening to me, you dumb cunt. I'm sorry, Max. That was not cool. Anyway. Rachel is dead. But no tears. Los Angeles would have killed her anyway, so look at this as a favor.
You're evil.
Oh, I see. You're good because you stopped your friend from beating Nathan up.
I cared more about Nathan than you did.
No, you didn't. It's just too bad that he fell in lust with Rachel. He actually thought he could mimic what I do with the camera and subject, like father, but not like son.
Where is Nathan now?
Dead and buried. After what he did to Rachel, I knew I couldn't keep him as a protege for much longer. Now the police will never find his body.
Oh my.
You finally get it now, Max? I can't compromise my vision with amateurs.
You are an amateur. Look at the trail of death you left behind. You can't blame all this on Nathan. I don't care what you do to me. You're gonna die, motherfucker.
Go,
For
Max.
Chloe and Rachel and everybody else.
I do love your spirit, Max, but you brought yourself here by your own choice. Anyway, I like my models to be seen and not heard, so I have to make sure there's nothing left behind of you. Okay. Now, let's see how these shots came out. I can see why your instant camera is so appealing. You don't need a computer to print your work out.
The journal.
All those photos in my diary. This could be a way out.
This is purity personified.
Okay, we need to find something to drag it along.
Max, I wish you could see yourself now. This one's out of focus, but that's my fault, Max.
I have all those photos in my diary. This could be a way out.
Okay, let's... Yeah, we can't yet.
Wish you had been around back in my day.
Okay, here we go.
Shots came out.
Wait! Please, Mr. Jefferson.
Max, I would love to talk shop, but I really need to go over these pictures, especially while they're fresh in my mind. I think our session was a career high for me.
You still have my diary.
Don't worry. Nobody's going to read it. Thanks for reminding me. There's nothing more innocent than a teenager's diary. Oh, look at your selfies. What a waste of talent. Look at that shot, Max. You can do so much better.
Okay. We skip that. Yeah, let's focus. We need to get out of here. We gotta warn Max from another timeline of what's gonna happen. And then here we go. This is not like the MCU style that if you mess with, you can't mess up some
Bring
other
you into a
timelines.
dark corner and capture you in a moment of desperation.
We're back.
Shh. I believe Max has taken what you kids call a selfie. A dumb
I'm
word
back.
for a wonderful photographic
Right
journey.
back where I started this insane week. And nobody is going to hurt Chloe ever again.
Portrait has been popular since the early 1800s. Your generation was not the first to use images for selfie expression. Sorry, I couldn't resist. The point remains that the portraiture has always been a vital aspect of art and photography for as long as it's been around. Now, Max, since you've captured our interest and clearly want to join the conversation, can you please tell us the name of the process that gave birth to the first self-portraits?
The Daguerrean process.
Oh. Well, that was easy, Max.
Was it? Okay.
Well, okay then. So, the Daguerrean process made portraiture hugely popular, mainly because it gave the subjects clear, defined features. You can learn more when you actually finish reading the assigned chapters. Obviously, Max has read them.
And guys, don't forget the deadline to submit a photo in the Everyday Heroes
Time to change time.
winner to San Francisco, where you'll be feted by the
First,
artwork.
let's make it real easy to capture Mark Jefferson.
Melissa, get it together. Taylor, don't hide. I'm still waiting for your entry too. And yes, Max, I see you pretending not to see me.
Bastard.
Yeah, he is.
I have to warn David about Jefferson in the dark room.
Okay, this is last we were left off. Yeah. So I shall read this soon. I last read in 57, so yeah. Gonna continue this. A lot of people wrote this journal, so yeah.
All I need is David's number and Jefferson. This diary literally saved my... I should be able to track down David's number from the school pamphlet.
No.
Thank you.
Okay. Warn David.
For once, David, I'm praying you'll overreact to this as much as everything else. And take Jefferson down fast.
Sick and dangerous.
You wanted me to enter the contest, asshole. So maybe I'll be going to San Francisco. And Jefferson, you'll be going to prison. The past within the past. Am I pushing myself too hard? It does. I'm happy to fix it, so you'll be here to get your fancy camera, Victoria.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Rachel. I'm sorry. Mr. Jefferson, we need to talk.
Can you see I'm talking to Mr. Jefferson now?
Yes, I see. But maybe you shouldn't.
And why not?
Hold on, Victoria. Are you okay, Max?
I will be when Victoria understands that hiding behind a screen, posting videos of people is incredibly cruel and unfair. You're smart enough to know how easy it is to hurt somebody, to destroy their life. I just want you to think about how much it would hurt if somebody did that to you. You can always make the right choice, Victoria. I know you've got a good heart. I've seen it.
Listen, I didn't...
You don't have to explain. There's no reason for you to be so insecure that you can't be happy with your own talent. Wouldn't it be better to lift people up than to bring them down?
Mm-hmm.
You could inspire people.
Okay, I don't know what you're talking about now. Do I, Mr. Jefferson?
I think I should stay out of this one, Victoria.
Then I guess I'm done talking.
And that's okay, too.
That was kind of random, Max. What did you mean?
Here's my photograph for the Everyday Heroes contest.
Oh, that was easy.
No. It wasn't easy at all.
Well, I can't prejudge yet, but I'm very happy you decided to enter. That means a lot to me. And Blackwell, the first step for any artist is to put themselves out there in the world without fear. To be innocent.
Or guilty.
Well, thanks for the photo. Maybe both of us will be jet-setting to San Francisco this Friday.
Or maybe only one of us will be going.
Don't be so modest, Max. Anything can happen in a week.
As you're going to find out, Mr. Jefferson.
Yeah, he's a cruel man. If I have to be honest, he's a cruel man. We warned Chloe, so Nathan didn't kill him, and we still had adventures with Chloe, and the police arrested Jefferson, as you can see, like that. So we found out his dark room that was under the barn, and Kate didn't die. See? Jefferson was arrested, and Nathan also. here we go. I found Rachel's location where she died. And yeah, and Max was awarded the this. She was awarded on winning the Everyday Heroes contest, and Max and Chloe have been hanging out after that. And she is now heading for the airport.
Whoa.
PacWest Airlines.
Okay. You're okay, Max. You're safe. On a plane.
It's Hot Dog Man. Yeah. So yeah,
I hope I did everything right this time.
Principal Wells was also there. Local
work,
teachers. Yes, good work, David. Yeah, you're alive.
Oh, you're alive. Oh, you're alive. I did it. I fixed everything. Wowzer.
This is hella insane. But yeah, the game is really good. I recommend it at a 10 out of 10, and I've played this multiple times, and I'm glad I can be playing this for you. Okay?
We're almost in San Francisco. I'm so stressed, but I'm so excited too.
Okay. Time to read some of the journals. So here we go. This is where I last stopped, and so yeah, 58. Speaking of cool stuff, Nathan's room was layered in creepy shit. The disturbing but impressive photos, all the evidence from his father's bullying, and probably the most important clue you could ever find, Nathan's phone, likely loaded with messages and mysteries. It's not a good thing that I've internalized spying and stealing so casually over the past week. Everyday hero, I'm it. And that's when Nathan Prescott showed up. He looked so wild-eyed and out of control that I felt a twinge of sympathy that he clearly needed help. But then I remembered he was also an asshole and had been extremely dangerous to me. Chloe and Kate, so before I had to rewind, Warren entered the scene and my white knight headbutted Nathan in perfect payback. I couldn't believe it, neither could Nathan. In fact, Warren literally started to go ape all over Nathan's face. It wasn't cool, but my nerves were so frayed from the week. Okay, I have been pausing because I don't want the motorcycle getting in the video. So my nerves were so frayed from the... And I was all over Blackwell bullies that I almost didn't want to stop Warren from beating Nathan to the floor. Warren has his own issues to work out with Nathan, but this wasn't the time or place. Even if Nathan deserved it, and I would have been happy to watch Warren show him who was a Blackwell boss now. After the dorm brawl, Chloe and I headed to the beach to deal with Frank and see if we could get him to join us. I had to be careful and not to get him all tweaked out. He was pretty pissed that someone had gotten into his RV and borrowed his account book. But once he saw that we didn't care about drugs or money, only Rachel, he mellowed out. All I could think was, I'm trying to get a drug dealer to help me find a missing girl. Incredibly, Frank actually agreed to help. He knows how naive and clueless we are, so I helped that our sincerity swayed him. I'm still unsure about him, and I can't be so naive not to keep my rewind guard up. I don't know how much him expect that he sells drugs, has a weak temper, and he loved Rachel. He even more than his means. So we go to another member to our team. Booyah. My life feels so surreal at this point. I don't know how to react anymore. I can rewind time and space, but it is aging me before my own time and space. Am I learning things I shouldn't, messing up too much shit? Including my own history. Obviously my nosebleeds and dizzy spells are a bad sign that I'm overusing my powers, but it's become almost part of my nature, or maybe a habit. Power corrupts? Not yet, I hope. I remember this famous episode of the original Star Trek where Kirk had to go back in time and let the person he loves die so the Nazis won't win the war. What kind of fucked up choice is that? What would have happened if I had not been in the school bathroom to save Chloe that day? But damn it, I was there, and thus I was supposed to be their destiny. And the fact that we were able to convince Frank to actually help us gives the most hope I've had in a while. Yes, Chloe and I were stupid to confront Frank like that, considering how he reacted before. But I don't see how anyone could say he didn't really love Rachel. He shouldn't have pulled a knife on Chloe though. And I don't like that he sells all these dangerous meds to teenagers, especially Nathan. He needs psychiatric supervision, not just baggies of pills. At least he won't be going to Frank again. I still don't know why Chloe or even Rachel would want to hang out with Frank, but I can't suss that out anymore. Maybe if I hadn't left town, I'd be less judgmental, but now we have Nathan's phone, David's coordinates, Frank's phone account book, and a big board of clues, which brings us closer to finding Rachel, Amber. Finally, so maybe the tide is finally turning, or time is finally turning. This is the moment where all the clues come together and we finally have a location outside of town that may lead us straight to Rachel, Amber, and beyond. After everything that happened with Frank, I had to convince Chloe to keep going forward with me. Since I feel we're at the end of the road, if hopefully not the end of the world, but whatever anger Chloe was inside her that makes her so self-destructive, it is matched by her balls and bravery. Yes, Chloe had gotten me nearly killed, but I know she would die for me, and I can't forget I put her in a wheelchair to slowly die in another reality. And Chloe is more focused now than before. I told her we have to keep moving forward no matter what, and I couldn't find Rachel on my own. That was enough. It's time to shine a light into the dark room. Chloe and I loaded up our coordinates and hit the road. We were both quite yet excited. It's hard to explain the feeling. Even with all the horrible things happening, I found myself thinking that Chloe and I were part of some greater mystery that involved time, space, and all our fates. I've never had much fate, not that Kate Marsh kind anyway, but I couldn't believe we were being set up for doom after everything that's happened this week. But I wasn't prepared for the dark room. The coordinates led us to an old abandoned farm owned by the Prescott family, and I shouldn't have been surprised that it was actually housing a weird secure bunker that was filled with the Prescott's memorabilia and worse. If there was evil ground zero, this place was it. Cupboards filled with name-read binders that confirmed our worst nightmares. Not that I even had any clue that our amateur detective work would lead us to this kind of professional hell. When I saw the binder marked Victoria, my heart started pounding like a jackhammer. Then I had a real clue about what was coming. I don't even know what to think about the images we saw of Kate Marsh, post unconscious with the motherfucker Nathan Prescott. She did know the truth, what had happened to her, even if she couldn't remember all the awful details. And then Rachel Amber delicately composed photographs of her drugged and all over Nathan, like some kind of sick goth couple. I couldn't bear to look at Chloe's face as she looked at the photos of her abused angel. I felt nauseated, all the hopes I was feeding Chloe feel like vapor, and then we saw exactly where Nathan had taken his vicious layout, with poor Rachel in the junkyard. We finally found Rachel Amber, dead and buried. I'm sorry, Rachel. I'm sorry, Chloe. I'm sorry, Kate. I'm sorry, William. Fuck you, Arcadia Bay. High school should be the best year so far. Your life. I've heard over and over from my parents and other experts. Fuck do they know? Tell that to Rachel Amber or Kate. I've never seen Chloe so cold and hard. She won't let go of the gun. We have to find Nathan before Chloe kills him, and if that happens, it will be hard to rewind. But we're as close to the end of this nightmare as possible. I have to block out those images of Kate Marsh and Rachel Amber that will be burned into my retinas forever. There's still a final secret to uncover, and nothing is going to stop us now. Not even a goddamn tornado. Chloe and I picked up the Blackwell's parking lot and arrive at the end of the world party. Oh, the irony. We had to get rid of the poor Warren fast, who wanted to bask in alpha glory and hang out with Chloe and me. And I can't put another one of my friends in danger. So bizarre to see all the students dressed up in expensive outfits or pre-Halloween costumes, talking and laughing and smoking and drinking as if there wasn't a serial killer going to the same party or the town wasn't in eco danger. As if to remind me of Arcadia Bay's ticking doomsday clock, I actually saw two moons in the sky over the horizon, or what was that? Or that's what it looked like, briefly before the clouds rolled over. I squinted and actually rubbed my eyes, like a dork, just to make sure my iris wasn't foggy. Was this another sign of an environment illusion? Other people saw it too, except Chloe didn't see anything besides vengeance, so she went into the gym looking for Nathan before I could catch up. Nathan doesn't know that he's running out of time too. No irony intended. We are. My first and last Vortex Club party. Flashing lights and DJ Doom, no comments spinning, and in an alternate reality I might have been at this party, standing in the corner, shy and nervous, waiting for somebody to ask me to dance, but being terrified if that happened. And would that have been the limits of my problems now? Look at me. But I had to find Chloe first, then Nathan before she shot him. No matter how evil I thought Victoria was she actually just a terrible, insecure person with talent, passion, and tendency to be a cruel dick for no good reason. I have to see beyond our petty, mean girl drama and assume she has a role to play in all of this too. So we talked like human beings, and I warned her, without specifics, about Nathan. She believed me, and it felt so warm to make a connection with my previous enemy, a silver of light in all this darkness. Let there be more. October 11, I guess. I watched Chloe die again, killed by my favorite teacher. Why? Because we were stupid and let Jefferson trick us in with a phony text. So we ended up back at the junkyard and fell right into his trap. We should have called the police the second we found Rachel, but I had gone along too far with Chloe. I kept thinking, I'm invincible, that I'm a real everyday superhero, but no, I'm just Max Caulfield. Maybe all my powers are an accident of fate, or I am being punished like Chloe. What have we done to deserve all this pain? What did Rachel do? Kate, William. Then there's Mark Jefferson. I can't even call him Mr. again. I'm still shocked that he turned out to be the one hiding behind the dark room. But if I think back on those pieces of time Jefferson has been dropping hints all along, it makes me sick to think how long he's been doing this for, and to whom. The needle, I can still feel that needle on my skin. Thank God I can't remember Jefferson posting me for most of his sick session image, all those other people who had to suffer through that horror like Rachel and Kate. That made me determined to get out of that room, at least to stop him and save Chloe. I had to use my focus rewind on multiple photos so often that I got confused. Worse still, I knew I was screwing around with various realities again, but I had no other choice. Chloe would not die in a junkyard next to Rachel Amber, and there was no fucking way I was going to let Jefferson be the last person I ever saw. It's hard to even imagine myself in that studio alone with Jefferson acting like that. Everything was so neat and sterile, but it felt like the filthiest place on earth. Even if I didn't have this ability to bend time, what would I have done? What could I have done? Sometimes I felt removed, like I was looking at myself going through this hell. But thanks to Jefferson's class photo, he personally helped me to escape. I also felt so terrible that Victoria had to end up in here with me just because I warned her about Nathan. I should have known that she would rush to Jefferson for protection. Instead, he kidnapped her and almost murdered her because of me. I'll never forget the way Jefferson looked at me, so cold and mean. I felt like I was one of the awful true crime shows my mom binged watches. How does somebody become evil? He actually shot Chloe in the head, just like that. Motherfucker. I wish the police had taken Nathan in. After I told Principal Wells that he drugged Kate, he might still be alive, and maybe he would have taken down Jefferson too. I can't believe I was able to focus and rewind into my selfie all the way back to art class on Monday. I turned into my photo for the contest after I sent a text to David warning him about Jefferson. Phew! The only reason I hadn't had a total meltdown is the fact that I do have this incredible power. I have to see it right I have to use it right for once and maybe never again. It was weird to be in class with Jefferson, like I was just tortured by him in an underground bunker. I saw him for the first time as he is creepy, manipulative psychopath filled with bullshit. He used art and passion to seduce people, but behind that, there's nothing but hate and perversion. I only pray that I can fix this timeline, not fuck it up. So yeah, I will end the stream and I shall come back. Okay, if you're watching this, I hope you like what I'm doing, and yeah. The Max and Chloe's story arc is about to end and it will continue in the comics. And yeah. I have to say bye for now and see you later.